I'm very ambitious. And you are too if you're watching this video. So for me to achieve my goals, I'm gonna have to put in energy. And we know that the more energy you put into something, the higher the chances that it will succeed. Like even if you're doing something completely stupid, let's say you're trying to chop a piece of wood with a spoon. The more energy you put into it, the higher the chances of you succeeding. So as an ambitious young man, my energy is important because the more of my energy I channel into like this business, right, the higher the chances of it succeeding. Now another factor comes in. I would class myself as a lover boy, right? On the internet, most people will be like, just act like you don't care. Just leave women alone. Don't care, don't care. I'll be the first to tell you that I'm a lover boy. Like, I do the most for the girls that I like. And the problem that can come with being an ambitious lover boy is that you can put so much energy into the wrong woman, causing you to go astray to achieve less than you could have achieved. If you're still watching up until this point, I can assume that you're also an ambitious lover boy, and you've also faced the same dilemma of like, you'll find a girl you think like, this has potential, and then after so much energy you put in, you find out that this isn't the one. But then all you're left with is a lot of wasted energy. So since they're only lover boys, I'm sure you can relate when I say that if I like a girl, I will do the most. Like, I'll buy her gifts, flowers, just compliment her. And I don't even do it for the possibility of getting something back. I just do it because I want to do it. Like, if I like a girl, I want to see her smile, I want to see her happy, so I'm going to do what I can to see that happen, right? See, now you see the problem of being an ambitious lover boy is you have to make sure that the girl you're doing this for is deserving of it, because that is energy that is going away. And of course, as I said, I'm not doing it to get something back. I'm doing it because I genuinely want to see her happy. Most times, like, seeing like the girl I like happy because of something I did will give me energy. But relationships are meant to be a dynamic exchange of energy. So even though I'm not doing anything for the sake of getting something back, she should also be doing things for the sake of not getting anything back, just because she wants to make me happy. See, the problem is, like, if she's not the girl for you, or I'm just going to talk from my experience because I don't like broadcasting my problems onto you. So I've found that if a woman has not been the one for me, or simply like she just didn't like me as much as I liked her, right, I would be losing a lot of energy, channeling a lot of energy into trying to make her happy. If she wasn't the one for me, right, that energy wouldn't come back in a constructive form. It would come back as me being anxious, as me wondering like, why doesn't she like me? Pain. And as I continue to give off energy, at first, like, it's like a chase. You're like, I want this girl. But then after like a few weeks, even a few days, you can realize that this girl's not the one for me. Because I was channeling so much energy into like these wrong situations. Like, I can't even say they're bad girls. Like, they're not. It was just a wrong situation. So I was channeling so much energy into these wrong situations. And that meant I had less energy to channel into improving myself. So I can tell you with absolute certainty that every time I was in a situation, like a wrong situation, sometimes good situations can turn into wrong situations. Every time I was in a wrong situation, I never made progress on my goals. I'd always get more anxious. I'll get more insecure. Like, I'll start losing weight. Not even losing weight, I'll just get a bit more flabby. I can tell you right now that I always make the least progress whenever I like a girl who either isn't good for me, or she just doesn't like me as much as I like her. For my ambitious lover boys out there, people who have like big hearts, who quite frankly can like shower a girl with love and affection. Like, and it's not even like out of effort, it's like you just naturally like that, right? So for my ambitious lover boys out there, we need to be cautious. Don't overlook anything that may cause you a bit of harm in the future. Like, obviously, no one's perfect, right? You aren't perfect. Your mother isn't perfect. Your father isn't perfect. The girl that you like in the future is not going to be perfect. So this isn't to say that any red flag and you go away. But don't overlook things that you're like, I probably won't be able to deal with this. Or, this is probably crossing my boundary. Because the truth is, like, when you like someone, you are willing to be like, it's work out. She'll change. Whatever. It won't work out. Your vetting process should actually be extreme. Like, think about, like, those good football teams. When Man City is trying to buy a player, right? They're not going to be like, I like this player, let me buy it. They will be like, I like this player, let me see what they're about. They will do this whole scouting process. Sometimes it will be like a year, sometimes even 2 years scouting the same player. I'm not saying you should take 2 years to scout a goal, but Yeah, and scouting sounds wrong. I'm not saying you should take 2 years to vet a girl, but I'm just saying you should have a criteria for yourself. And the second way to fix this is you should have the mindset that they should earn your lover boy side. I'm going to sound arrogant right now, but the way I treat the women that I like, it's unmatched. It's unmatched. You'll never find a guy like me. Never. And I know there's 8 billion people, so 4 billion guys, but you will never find a guy like me. The love that I give, it's too much to give to one girl who doesn't want it, right? I honestly think that only my wife is going to deserve this type of lover boy side. Because I have so much to give, and because you have so much to give, you need to make sure that they earn it. Not every girl's going to deserve you buying her flowers. I know you want to do it. I know you like it. I know you want to see her happy, but does she deserve it? Not every girl's gonna deserve you being there for her, you helping her even though she hasn't asked. Not every girl's gonna deserve that. Flip, even the girl you like, she may not deserve it. So from now on, and I think you should adopt this as well, is that she should earn your lover boy side. So if it means that in the beginning you're gonna have to force yourself, you're gonna have to restrain yourself, right? Then restrain yourself. Force yourself not to go over and beyond, but just do slightly above the bare minimum, so that she can see you're a good guy. But don't go over and beyond. Don't be buying a gift. No, gifts, I don't know. I just naturally like buying people gifts. Like, I give my friends gifts. Like, let's say if I go to the shops and the change is chocolates. Like, sometimes they won't have change. Okay, this is a thing that happens in Zim a lot. We don't have a lot of change. $1, $2. So whenever you go somewhere and the bill's like $27, there's $3 change. So probably they'll ask you, what do you want for those $3? I just get chocolates and I just give them to my friends. But the point is, she has to earn your lover boy side. Because if you give your lover boy side to someone who doesn't deserve it, right, it's honestly going to drain you. The most draining experience ever. My most draining experiences. And I've been through quite a few draining experiences. Like, I've been through this camp, which was like a Navy SEAL type of camp. I've been through many family problems. But I can say with absolute certainty that the most draining situation is being a lover boy to a girl who doesn't deserve it. Because you'll never get the energy back. And I know you're not doing it for the energy, but you'll never get it back. At the end of the day, you'll be questioning, like, why am I doing this? But then the next day you wake up, you're like, time to clock into work. And work would be being a lover boy to that girl. Being a lover boy in 2023 is tough. And you know what, in my next video, if you're watching this on the day I've released this video, then I saw you're going to have to wait 24 hours. But in my next video, I'm actually going to ask you, is being a lover boy a bad thing? Because one of my friends said something, and it intrigued me. But anyways, if you're watching on the day I've released this, then wait 24 hours. If not, click the next video. I'll catch you guys. Cheers.